In this video, we're about to run through the rollout of A$AP Rocky's 2018 testing album and see what lessons you as artists can learn from this unique rollout. All right, welcome everyone. If you're new here, my name is Kevin from Music with Flavor, where we help you taste success within the music industry. We do this by providing you with advice, tips, and insights that are going to help you better navigate the music industry. Today, we're talking album rollouts and release strategies by traveling back in time and looking at A$AP Rocky's release of Testing back in 2018. As always, please hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss out on any content, and stay tuned till the very end as we reveal some key things that you can implement as an artist with your next release. As always, it makes the most sense to start from the beginning. Who is A$AP Rocky? A$AP Rocky is an American-based rapper who hails from Harlem. He's been around the music industry for quite some time now, and has made quite a name for himself in not only just music, but fashion, acting, and various other ventures that he's been associated with. In 2011, Rocky released his debut mixtape, Live, Love, A$AP, which went on to get widespread and critical acclaim. This also catapulted him into a major record deal, which would lead him to then release his debut studio album, Long Live A$AP, in 2013. This album went on to receive much success and win a number of awards. This also catapulted Rocky into some of the bigger conversations of who was the biggest artist around that time. In 2015, Rocky released his second album titled At Long Last A$AP. This was a very tough time for Rocky, as during the lead up to the release of the album, he sadly lost a close friend, partner, and mentor known as A$AP Yams. After the release of At Long Last A$AP, A$AP Rocky would go on a bit of a hiatus, venturing into things more related to fashion, acting, you name it. But from a music front, he kind of fell off the map in that regard. He released a few singles here and there, but nothing necessarily as a full project. So this hiatus had fans thinking a lot of different things, and it wasn't until 2017, 2018 where he started to come back into the scene from a music front. It had been over 3 years since he had released a new project, and like I said, fans had become growingly uncertain of what the future may hold for A$AP Rocky. Some would even go as far to say that he fell off. One fan is seen saying that, I see him more as a figure in the fashion industry now than in the music industry. Is he even in the top 10 of the new generation? That was a question from a fan January of 2017. In September of 2017, A$AP Rocky announced that the release of his new album, originally scheduled for a late 2017 release, would be coming. A month before that, A$AP Rocky released Cozy Tapes Volume 2, Too Cozy, as part of the rap collective A$AP Mob. From here, it would look that A$AP comes out of hiding around 2018 as he releases a slew of clues for fans with regards to his new upcoming album, Testing. At the time, nobody knew what it was called, but branding and visuals of crash test logos would give major hints of what's to come. Furthermore, he released 3 songs on SoundCloud that were very unusual. A$AP began the releases on SoundCloud with 5 stars, a track that would be produced by Metro Boomin. Over the following days, he would then go on to release 2 more singles, Above and Money Bags. Both of these songs were captioned with Testing Coming Soon, and this is just a test, further heightening speculation that an album was coming soon. A$AP went on to further release some more polished tracks, first being Bad Company with Blockboy JB, as well as A$AP Forever. These would work to be the lead singles for his upcoming album release of Testing. As the mysterious approach and the obscurity that surrounded this upcoming album release began to grow, A$AP went on to do 2 major events that would solidify this release and album rollout as one of his most memorable to this date. The first event began with A$AP's performance on The Tonight Show. The whole performance was branded with the Crash Test Dummy theme, as well as the testing atmosphere and logos. The next day, A$AP would release the music video as well to A$AP Forever. The next key event was touted as the Lab Rat Experience. A$AP Rocky invited a number of people to an event in New York on May 20th of 2018. The event is also live streamed for fans who can't be in attendance. When people arrive, they're met with a mysterious box that is covered in the center of the floor. Multiple exhibits around the venue also are geared up with props and chances for photo ops, all in alignment with the crash test dummy theme. As the crowd continues to grow, loud sirens begin to go off, and it is revealed what has been hiding behind the curtains of that big box in the middle of the floor. A$AP is dressed suit and tie and submerged in an ice bath. For the next bit of the event, would-be scientists are heard barking orders at A$AP, asking him about the progress of his album and digging into his creative process. As the event progresses, we see appearances from A$AP Ferg, A$AP 12y, and Dev Hayes. A$AP Rocky also reveals a new sneaker to highlight his new brand deal with Under Armour. For what I'm sure was quite an interesting and mysterious event to be in attendance for, this was all an accumulation to reveal that A$AP Rocky's Testing album was finished and would be released on May 25th of 2018. Now, while this event was a very key component of A$AP's rollout, he didn't stop there. The branding and theme played out all throughout the branding on his platforms, from social media and Instagram, all the way through to his website and how that was designed and branded. Next, especially with the merchandise that was put out, all branding the Testing theme. And he carried that right throughout to his future shows and touring, which would all have a high production value, highly tailored to the whole Testing theme. What started out as something that seemed chaotic, unplanned, unorthodox, tacky in some ways even, ended up being quite cohesive when you really look back from start to finish. Even from the SoundCloud releases that seemed out there, those all played a part in making this what it was and making it a pretty successful rollout from a branding and marketing perspective. Now, you might be saying that's great and all, but what the heck does this all have to do with me as an artist trying to grow my own music and my own music career? You're probably saying, hey, I don't have the budget to go rent out some art gallery in New York and hold some huge mysterious event. Granted, that is very true. I can totally resonate with you there. Now, the key things, though, that I do want you to pull from this, because there are gems within this at an overall higher arching capacity, if you want to look at it that way. So one major element that I want you to pull from this is don't just drop music without a plan. If you want to add elements of randomness and be sporadic, that is totally fine, but do so with a purpose and intention. Always be multiple steps ahead so that in the end, everything has a rhyme or reason or makes sense, even if it doesn't make sense. Point number 2 is to be consistent from start to finish. That's with your visuals, your appearance and dress, the stories that you're telling, the events and props that you have on stage, the merch that you're rolling out. All of those things should have a purpose and feed into what your project is and what you're releasing. Another great example of this is Kendrick Lamar when he released the Damn album, and that whole theme surrounded around Kung Fu Kenny and this karate martial arts type atmosphere. So it is important that you latch onto a theme if you can, plan that ahead, and make sure everything is working towards that common goal or theme. Point number 3 is to create an experience for your audience and fans. Make it bigger than life. For some of you, you might be thinking that this requires some huge budget, but the reality is it doesn't. You can see this in many different ways at lower budgets where, you're just simply putting your phone number out there and telling people to text you or call you. You want to make your fans feel a part of this. In A$AP's example, he throws this event and essentially people are a part of that album release and that launch. They're in an environment where they're consumed by everything testing, crash test dummy. It is driving the point home. That is something that with the photo ops that they had, people are wanting to take pictures. They're wanting to share that. They're being a part of the experience. Even the people that are dressed up and, kind of the actors within the experience, that is all huge. So maybe you don't do something like this at that level, but Focus on your fans. What experience are you going to create for them? There's power in collective experience and being nostalgic, relatable to your audience, and memorable. That is the key. This is something within A$AP Rocky's rollout, whatever you like it, you will always remember this and come back to it as, oh, remember that thing he did that one time? That was pretty cool. Those are the experiences you want to create rather than just dropping music and moving on from there. Point number 4, and this might seem pretty straightforward and obvious, but include others through collaboration or simply through asking for help. In multiple ways, A$AP is doing this. It's obviously probably a bit easier for him through the connections and resources he has, but even if you just look at A$AP Mob, they're releasing music before the release of this. He has other members that are obviously on the album. He has people throughout the event from A$AP Mob who are included in that. And he certainly includes people outside A$AP Mob with the inclusion of people like Dev Hayes at the event, the people he worked with on this project, a big notable artist like Moby, for example, on the A$AP Forever track. So there's a lot of collaboration going on. The key is include people that will help to amplify your project and have them sharing it. When people feel a part of something, they're more than likely to share it and amplify it as well. So keep that in mind and don't be afraid to collaborate with other artists. You name it. Don't be afraid to venture outside of your own bubble. And lastly, the whole idea of mystery and intrigue is an amazing concept. It's great to tease your fans and get them talking. Create that hype and, start myths and rumors going around. That's what you want before your album comes out. That's perfect. However, there's a very fine line with this. We're not all Frank Ocean where we can be that mysterious and just pop up when we want and go away for multiple years on end. Even like A$AP with his hiatus, he went away for quite some time before coming back and releasing a project. You do not have that luxury as an independent artist trying to grow your music career. You need to find ways to keep people consistently engaged, and that's just the reality of the music industry and the world we live in right now. So let me know what you think. Are you guys rocking with A$AP Rocky's rollout of testing? Let us know if there's anything else you pulled from this that you feel you can also implement within your own rollouts moving forward. As always, we thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe if you enjoyed what you saw here today. If you need more help with your music career, please feel free to check out our blog at www.musicwithflavor.com. Till next time, stay hungry, keep creating, and we'll catch you on the next one.